Is it possible to lose weight while going on a road trip? Well, I can tell you, it is. So I just got back from a road trip with my better part of my family. There were like 10 of us that went on this trip. It was a very long trip, like 8 hours. We all kind of carpooled. And this trip was so much fun. We were gone for 5 days basically. And my personal goal was not to gain any weight on this trip because I knew we were going to be stopping for food, eating out. We were staying in hotels. So I knew it was going to be difficult not to, finish this trip and have gained 5 pounds. So I really put a plan in place and I started documenting on my shorts. Can you lose weight on a road trip? Well, the first day I did, but then I had some trouble with the Wi-Fi at the hotel. It was just really difficult to upload it. So I'm doing a full video today on can you lose weight on a road trip or maintain your existing weight? And I'm here to tell you, yes, I lost a half a pound on my trip. And I was stinking happy, thrilled, because it is just so difficult. You're stopping at truck stops and you're doing all this crazy stuff, eating out every meal. And, it's not easy, especially if you're in a group or you're with a couple of different people, because we really didn't have access to anything we could make ourselves. So let me tell you some of the strategies I used and the decisions I made that helped me lose a little tiny bit of weight on this trip. So the first thing that I did for the first day, because basically the first day was driving. And what I did was I did my own pack and go food. So that consisted of basically taking a smoothie with me when I left the house. I had bought a big package of sunflower seeds. Of all things, I never eat sunflower seeds. But you know what? It kind of gave me something to do in the car. You basically work for about an hour to get a tablespoon of sunflower seeds when they're in the shell. So I kind of munched on some sunflower seeds. I had some boiled eggs with me. I actually had a couple little snack packs that I had got from the Dollar Tree, some dehydrated strawberries, I think. And I just tried to really be careful when we stopped at the truck stops that it's like a smorgasbord of goodies when you walk in. And they usually have like all kinds of, hot chicken and all this other nonsense. So I really worked hard that first day to get to where we were going and just eat what we had. I do believe I had a salad on the way there at Subway, and I found that I did a tuna salad. I basically just did the lettuce, the vegetables, and the tuna. I didn't do any salad dressing. Instead, this time I had them put lots of pickles on it. And I mixed the pickles in and just that little bit of the tartness from the pickles and the pickle juice. If you like that, that really adds a lot of flavor to your salad. So that was like the one meal I did eat on the road was a tuna salad, and it worked out perfect. Then that night, I think we went to a Mexican restaurant and I had fajitas. I had the shrimp. I was very careful. I ate one corn tortilla and basically just had the shrimp and the vegetables. I did have a couple tablespoons of rice with some beans, but for the most part, I focused on the shrimp and veggies. And I did really good. I felt really good when I went to bed that night. I hadn't overeaten at all. And other than sitting in the car all day, I think that was a big success, packing my food for the road. The second thing that we did was that we chose a hotel that offered a free breakfast. Now, this was a very nice hotel. We all of the family stayed at the Hyatt Place. We went to Boise, Idaho. It was so much fun. We had a blast. And anyway, we stayed at the Hyatt Place in downtown Boise, and they offer an amazing breakfast. I mean, like berries with yogurt and, scrambled eggs. They had steel cut oats that were all prepared for you with almonds and all kinds of stuff. It was really amazing. And different kind of juices and coffees. It was a very nice breakfast. And so for me, one day I think I had boiled eggs with some yogurt and some berries on it. One day I had steel cut oats, and I had pretty much every day I had the yogurt and berries, just because that's kind of a good thing for me. I usually have that in my smoothies every day. And so breakfast was kind of taken care of. I didn't really have to think of it. I stayed away from the bagels and all that other heavier stuff. I didn't really eat any potatoes or bacon or sausage or anything like that. I don't really care for breakfast meats. I'm not like a big pork eater. So anyway, I stuck with like the eggs, the oatmeals, the yogurts, and those worked out great for me. So breakfast, I would say if they offered a hotel and they offer like some healthy options for breakfast, I would opt for a hotel that offers free breakfast. So you're not going someplace that's going to have like a completely fattening, heavy duty breakfast that you're going to have somewhere. Just think light and you'll be fine. The third thing that I did was I built in movement breaks, not only on the drive there and the drive back, but also while we were there having fun. So some of the things that we did on the drive out, whenever we would stop at a rest stop or a truck stop or a gas station, whatever, I would get out, I would do squats, I would do stretching, I would try to walk in place. We parked farther away when we had to walk into these different places and, walking back and forth. And I tried to make sure that whenever I was in the car, like traveling to and from, that I was getting out and moving around as much as possible. Now, when we were there, we actually went to the Boise River. They have done an amazing job, the city of Boise, in making all kinds of like parks and walkways and bike and walk runs, all kinds of stuff. And so I took advantage of that. I did a lot of walking. I would kind of hike down with the grandkids and, walk along the rocks in the river. And it was so much fun. And that really, I think that extra movement and exercise made a big difference for me. We were looking at some new housing builds because my daughter-in-law and my son are kind of interested in that area. So we were going in and out of model homes. And when we did do things with the grandkids, I played laser tag with them. We had just all kinds of fun stuff we were doing. It was really fun. So I found that the more that I could take advantage of moving on this trip, the better off I was. So I did that as much as possible. The fourth thing that I did was that I hydrated like it was a job. I mean, I did drink some soda, but I tried to focus on diet soda. I drank a lot of water. I just tried to make sure that I was always drinking something, that I was flushing my system, because I think when you're doing a lot of sitting, I think it's just very hard on your body. So I think the more that you can drink water and keep everything hydrated, the better off you're going to be. So drink lots of water. And the last thing on my list, number 5, is that you plan your treats, whatever they are. So I didn't go treatless. I had a few goodies. Now, I don't always have the choice of where we're going to eat and what we're going to do, but I do have the choices about what I eat and what I do. So there were a couple times, for example, everybody wanted to go to Raising Cane's. I don't really eat fried foods. I especially don't eat them since I've been on my diet. But I went, I had some fried chicken tenders. I think it came with French fries and nothing healthy. I think there was some coleslaw. So I did eat the chicken tenders. I didn't worry about the fried anything that day. I ate the coleslaw. I didn't eat any of the fries. I just let them go. And I had a diet soda with it. I felt like that was my treat for the day. One night we went to Cracker Barrel. I actually had a great option at Cracker Barrel. I had the dinner. It was a grilled smoked trout, not smoked. It was a grilled trout. and rainbow trout. It was delicious. There was a lot of fish. I just put lemon over my trout, squeezed some lemon over it. Came with a salad. I opted for broccoli as my side. It was so good. It was a filling and delicious dinner and not too heavy. I feel like I got a lot of protein at that meal. I'm trying to think, of course, the Mexican dinner, I did the fajitas. But as far as the treats, everybody wanted to go to this ice cream place in downtown Boise they had heard about called Stella's. If you're ever in downtown Boise, go to Stella's ice cream. It's the best ice cream I ever had. So I allowed myself to have that treat, and I had one scoop on a cone. It was so good. I had the cookies and cream, best ice cream hands down I have ever had in my whole life. Stella's. Don't forget the name of that place. When we go back to Boise next time, I'm going to Stella's. So I really had to work. I planned out my treats. I made sure that since I knew I was going to be having some things I don't normally eat at home, I portioned my food. I was very, very careful about not overeating at any meal or any snack. And especially on the way home, I really watched what I was eating. I did not opt to have anything that was like over my calorie limit. I tried to stick to my protein and my fats, and it worked for me. I did really well, and I was extremely happy. I got up on the scale this morning and I thought, I'm probably not going to lose. I'm probably going to have water weight from the drive and blah, blah, blah. I didn't. I lost a half a pound. I was thrilled. So it is possible. If you're looking at your next road trip or a short-term vacation where you're going to be in the car a lot and, that kind of thing, try these different key things that I did this trip, and maybe you'll lose weight too. So I hope this content is helpful for you. If it is, consider subscribing to my channel. I have all kinds of weight loss tips. I've lost like 81 pounds at this point, and I'm still got a little ways to go, so I'll probably be doing this for the next 4 or 5 months, maybe 6. I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but I am in it to win it, and I am going to be losing the rest of this weight if it kills me. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's great to be back. I can't wait to get caught up on my videos. And thanks for being part of my Homestead Patch family. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.